Oh, all right.
Why is this so entertaining? Every time I'm about to watch this show, Taylor Swift's December gets stuck in my head. But I've been replacing the words with the cats' names. Sam goes back to December all the time, wishing Coco realized what she had. Oh, it's 8. Hi dolls, welcome back, and if you were new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we are going to react to Season 2, Episode 5 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, Love Fool. Very excited for this episode because the end of that last episode was absolutely traumatic. My heart completely broke. I know a lot of you in the comments felt the same way. To see the empty house with nothing left behind, it just hit on so many different levels in so many different ways. A lot of you were saying, what did Aunt Julia do with the stuff? I'm hoping that she put it in a storage unit. Like, it didn't even occur to me that she would just get rid of it all. But I feel like that is probably something Susanna would have set up. Regardless, the kids are traumatized. That was horrific to see. This is completely going to destroy everything that they just built up with their cousin. And so, yeah, I don't know where this could possibly go, but I know it's going to go in a really negative direction because Conrad is pissed. So let's jump in and find out what happens. But before we do, don't forget to throw a like or dislike if you do not like what you see. But comment down below. Let me know why. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We do fun things here. Ring a link that lets be notified when I upload videos, and don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. It's only $1.25 a week. It is all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube. In addition to more, don't forget to follow us on all social media at star_chef_productions or at Jessie Dobbie for Twitter. I now also have a P.O. box. It is Jessie Dobbie, P.O. Box 003, Sterling, New Jersey. Zip code down below because I haven't learned it yet. I will be starting Heartstopper this coming Thursday, Season 2. I will be doing the last and final season of High School Musical, the musical, the series, Season 4, the following Wednesday. There's a lot of fun stuff happening over on Patreon for August, so go check it out. But without further ado, this is Season 2, Episode 5 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, Love Fool. Look at that thumbnail.
Sulle giostre, che idea?
Perché non vieni con noi, Sky?
Sorry about that. I was watching Prisma. I think that happened the other week. I was watching Prisma in Italian. Everybody breathe.
All my life I read between the lines.
It's like she was never here at all.
We're getting Jer as a voiceover.
It must be such a shock. I spoke to your father this afternoon,
yeah,
and
it's
he
a
and
really
I
big
decided it would be best not to drag this out.
Those were her things.
Breathe, man.
Okay, stop.
Everything's in storage. You're not the only one who's hurting here.
You know, it sucks that our grandfather loved her more than you, but I'm not surprised.
Conrad could have chosen his words better, but he's not wrong.
We're getting Jer the whole episode as a voiceover? That is so interesting, and I am totally here for it. It's a change that I think we need for this episode. Coco, you came because of my December song. To have this point of view from Jer, I think is really special and something that that's very, very unique
All of it
to us.
hurts.
What did you say to them, anyway?
I told him about I'm not going to defend what Conrad just said,
I
okay?
don't think
That wasn't
anything
right.
they said was bad.
I can't defend this either, Mom.
Did you know about this? I'm serious. I'm serious. Did you know about this?
No,
I didn't know anything,
Conrad.
okay? I swear I would have told you.
Oh, where they had the dead ball.
Not a great plan. It's from Avengers. RDJ.
I understood that reference. Could also use my mom's key code.
Wait, are you sure? Your mom?
Yeah, it's fine. She's the manager at the restaurant here.
Cam
Thank
Cameron.
you for not being on that
Very
wheelboat,
nice.
Kim Cameron.
Thank you.
Hello?
I'm starting to regret this decision.
Why need your loud voice to scare away all the murderers?
Yeah, I'm Team Murderers.
What do you need me for?
There was no way you could have known what Julia was
Even,
planning.
yeah.
Maybe,
even
but she never would
stayed,
have
what
done it
would
if
you
I'd
have
stayed
done?
back.
Yeah, she would have.
We're gonna figure something out.
Sometimes I hate myself for how long it took me to notice it. That invisible force between the two of them. I forced myself to let it go. There were more important things to worry about then anyway.
That's really interesting for him to say. I guess sometimes I kick myself for not noticing the draw between them. A lot of people just assume that Jer knew. That he knew that Conrad had a thing for Belly. Belly had a thing for Conrad. I see a lot of comments like, why did Jer even try? But he just flat out said he really didn't know. Like I guess maybe he just didn't want to see it. October.
Well, what are you doing here? Don't you have class? Mom said you got homecoming king.
Yeah, I mean, the coronation was basically preordained. I went with Blake.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Is this where he breaks the news that they're dating?
You and I never really talked about what happened with Belly. It's tearing her up that you haven't responded to her text since last summer.
Yeah, well, I've been busy.
It hurts. Like my chest
But you feel like he
physically hurts
doesn't?
to not be able to tell her that I'm in love with her.
I just feel so bad for him because it's like you don't think that Jer feels like that? What makes your feelings trump his? Why are yours so much more special? He feels like absolute shit. He feels like everything ripped him apart too. But like now get over it so that we could be together. It doesn't feel good.
I'm not gonna be the one to keep you guys apart.
This before or after Conrad said to Belly, yeah, Jer's totally fine with it. That was right around October, wasn't it?
Being around Belly this week
When
has
he
made me
showed up
remember
and said
all over
that?
again. Just keep telling myself over and over, it'll never be me. It's always going to be Conrad.
Hey, Jared, wait up. Adventure's worthwhile in itself.
I could legit be a Hadid sister in this. I take a photo for Milo.
Sorry?
I don't know how your mind didn't get all warped working here.
Careful. That's almost a compliment.
Oh, all right.
Why
Honey
is
rabbit.
this so entertaining?
When she looks at me like this, I can almost let myself believe she sees me the way she used to see Conrad.
She drank the green juice that I made her with a,
A Twizzler straw?
Yes.
Yes, I told her that. Yeah.
God.
Sharesies?
Sharesies.
They're so cute. Why are you doing this to me? I just started accepting Conrad.
Movie nights would always make me think of you. I'd miss you so much.
I would have come.
Oh, he's gonna kiss her.
It would have just made things harder.
It looked like he was definitely gonna kiss her.
Grandparents had like this trust fund for him. He got adjudged. His parents were pissed.
Cam Cameron, fountain of gossip.
I have layers.
Conrad's thinking that he could do that. Wait, is Steven's background
What are you doing?
himself? Why is Steven's background? Why is Steven's background a picture of himself?
Perfect guy. I mean, not me. Obviously.
Obviously. Milo would never wear a suit and tie.
Well, Milo's not your perfect man either.
Really wants to dance with you.
Aww. They're so cute together.
These the kind of babes you had in mind?
I'm glad we all get to celebrate together this year.
For sure.
Yeah, this is so not awkward.
At this.
Not swearing. Susanna, say mother.
Steven.
Why? You said you loved it.
Your mother loves it. Everybody sit down, please. Everyone say one thing they're thankful for.
Ow.
Jer Bear?
My heart.
I'll go last. If I wanted to take Belly's hand like that, would he care?
When Jared was little, he made the... are you ready for board games?
I'm gonna call it a night. Okay. If you guys are gonna be here together, then I don't want to be around.
Yeah, come on. It's Thanksgiving.
You do your thing and I'll do mine.
So he lied. Conrad said to Belly, Jer's fine. He's dating somebody else. Or he said not he's dating, but he's seeing other people. I can't remember if that was in the flashback of when it was October or the flashback of when it was December.
Oh my god.
Ow.
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry. I hope we didn't interrupt anything.
Oh, you
didn't
interrupted.
interrupt.
Yeah.
Were you guys looking for
Yeah.
something specific?
Texting you, but.
That's my fault. Just
Jer.
shoddy reception.
Oh.
I saw a TikTok about this. You just poke a couple holes so that the smoke
Making
is
a bowl.
able to pass through. Billy, it's not random weed. It's lost and found rich people weed.
She's screwed.
Well, you need any help, Tay Tay?
Could you just give me a minute?
Tay-Tay. Why is he holding the casserole? Milo's not a terrible person, but he's not
Steven
good
really
enough
hurt
for
me last
Taylor.
year. It's not the kind of hurt that just goes away easily, you know?
I didn't
Okay.
realize how hurt
I
Taylor
loved
was.
Conrad.
Longer and truer than anyone in my whole life.
Can we just leave first love in the past, like where it belongs? Yes.
Easier said than done.
And tonight on the couch.
Charge building between us. But, you know, then he reminds me
of your ex-boyfriend who's his brother, because I really don't think that that's an option. Even if you and Conrad never, ever, 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 ever got back together, you cannot date his brother. You can't do that. Don't do that.
How much I heard him before. Shouldn't even be thinking about him like that.
Yeah.
The secret of the apple bong.
Good job, Sky.
Yeah, that's surprising.
I have layers.
Are they hinting at something between Cam and Sky?
It's not like they're gonna drug test us. Coach would have had to put that in her email, right? What email? The one that we got yesterday about Cam.
Belly?
No, not yet. Belly, wait, why? I swear to God, if you bail on us again.
No, I'm not bailing.
I already talked to the rest of the squad, and they're cool with me coming.
I feel like the coach is gonna be like, no, we don't think
I
it's
dare
a good,
you
or
to
I
eat
don't
the
think it's a
apple
good
bone.
idea.
Oh my God!
Conrad?
Oh, we're having a picnic.
I'm not playing. Come on, dude. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Here, honestly. July barbecue, sticking for clamps, surfing with Jared.
Coming from somebody who's had to work every single summer since they were 15, I feel like that sounds like a f***ing dream, and I wouldn't want to let go either. So that would be my answer if I was Conrad.
Right. It's either you go big or you go home.
Kiss Jeremiah.
From the first moment I saw her last summer, I was done for. I had a chance. Pretty clear to me now that I never actually did.
Aww.
What's your biggest regret?
Not spending enough time with my sister before she died.
No, I'm sorry. No.
No, so the pain starts to, feel more like a scar than it does a scab. She was really cool.
Taylor, we're having a
Sorry,
moment.
Taylor, where did we lose you?
I would have slept in,
I'm
the theater.
Sorry if dancing thing was weird.
Bad need their roses too. You know?
See, the problem is, what is he gonna do? Sue his dad and be like, it's because I want to buy a beach house? I knew she wasn't gonna talk to the rest of the squad, and they're cool with me coming back. Looking forward to seeing you on the court. I also wouldn't have worded it. I don't think it would have mattered, but I wouldn't have worded it like that, because that is like you're telling them, you're not asking them. Appreciate you reaching out. Last season was a hard one for all of us. I wish things had ended differently. To that end, I think it's best if you hold off on rejoining the team at this time. Hope you understand. Best of luck. Yeah, I thought that might happen. I get why she needed to step away like she did, but you completely dropped off the face of the earth during a huge competition. You can't just be like, all right, I'm ready to come back.
Never seen you turn down a truth or dare kiss before.
Don't do that.
Even before on the boardwalk.
Just stop.
Why don't you want to kiss me?
Because if I kiss
for
you, I don't know
real?
that I can ever stop.
That was just really stupid to say, Belly.
Make sure she gets some good ones.
He'd gotten to take Belly to her prom, and he'd acted like it was some big chore.
I don't have your corsage.
Oh, look at Susanna.
I wouldn't have forgotten the corsage. I'd have given her the perfect night.
Cocktail umbrella kind of makes me feel like having a strawberry daiquiri or something.
It was Belly's favorite.
Always remember what makes Billy happy.
Yeah. I got over that crush a long time ago.
That's a lie. We all know it.
You never let anyone see you hurting. Promise me. You and Conrad will never let anything come between you. Fun in life is figuring out where the rest of the story goes. Adventure is worthwhile in itself.
Dad always loved Conrad better.
Love you too.
But I had my mom. The thing you said earlier about adventure is worthwhile.
I saw it on your graduation cap. When my mom went, she recorded the whole ceremony.
What's sad is I get that she was in pain from hurting Jared, but she also got the happiness of the relationship from her and Conrad. Jared got nothing.
Maybe for the rest of the story, it could be me.
Get off of me.
Ow.
What's going on out here?
Uh-oh. I knew it.
We'll all clean. Good. And don't forget to return the car.
Yeah.
Cam's mom's cool. Cam's mom's a fun mom.
Joe, you don't have to be a part of this.
What did I say? It's no more doing everything alone. We'll let Julia know that we have an offer she can't refuse.
It won't be mine for long either.
She already sold it?
Julia, please.
I have to go to Boston to finalize the details, but it's done.
Oh my god.
No matter which way I run, I can't go back to the way it was. No.
This one episode a week thing is it's torture. It's torture. All right, there you have it. Episode 5, Love Fool. Fantastic episode. We get the episode through the eyes of Jer with the narration of Jeremiah. How interesting. I don't recall that happening in season 1. I could be wrong because it's been a while since I've seen it. But that is such a nice touch. I love that. I love hearing from the point of view of someone else, especially because we get all of these insider moments through Jer's eyes that we have already seen that already happened, where we were so engrossed emotionally with Conrad and Belly. Now we get to see Jeremiah's point of view of it, Jeremiah's side of it, how he would have handled things, or how he thinks he would have handled things, or what he saw. So yeah, it's really interesting. I feel like Belly, I love her, but there's just so much criticism that I can give her, and I feel like I don't have as much for everybody else. Like, every time I analyze a situation and I dig into it, I'm like, Belly's kind of immature. Belly's unreasonable. Belly this, Belly that. Of course, the others have faults. No one's perfect. But Belly is always the one that is on my radar. So we have Belly being confused as to why Jeremiah won't kiss her. Did I hear that correctly? She literally says to him, "Why won't you kiss me? I've never seen you turn down a truth or dare kiss." Belly, he was in love with you. He was going to be with you. You told him you wanted to be with him. He was ecstatic over the moon, and then you dumped him right after he found out that his mother got sick and was dying of cancer for his brother. I don't understand how you can't understand why he's acting the way that he is. Like, she's literally standing there like, I don't get it. Why aren't we friends? The only thing that I could think of is I am fairly certain that it was in December when they were in... Oh my god, you know what? We're doing it now because I feel like I'm gonna rave about this and... Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Which episode was it?
We were worried about Jared, but look, I had a chance to talk to him, and he's doing really good, actually. He's doing on
This was in October.
dates, you know, and he's been on this high ever since he got made Homecoming King.
Ever since he got made Homecoming King. He fucking lied. He lied. Conrad flat out lied to her face, told her that he talked to Jeremiah and that he was totally fine and dating somebody else, and he's been on a high ever since he got Homecoming King, and we just found out in this episode that was complete bullshit. That he said he was doing okay. He said he got Homecoming King, but it was pretty much set in stone. And, like, he was all nonchalant about the situation, and then they got into an argument. And then what happened at Christmas happened, and then he said, I don't want to be around you and Belly. So, in Belly's defense, she is under the impression that Jeremiah is totally fine. That she thinks that there's no problem. He moved on. It's okay. But I still just think it's so foolish of her to think that. Because, again, we have her texting him constantly and him not answering. We have her seeing him at Christmas dinner or at Thanksgiving dinner, looking at them kind of like, you know, like holding hands and stuff, and then she lets go of Conrad's hand. It's interesting. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I feel like when it comes to Jeremiah, she is very much so more in tune with her emotions and how she feels and how he feels. When it comes to Conrad, she's not. When it comes to Conrad, she looks at him as like he's older, he's more mature, there's got to be a reason for what he's doing. Like, she looks to Jared to protect his feelings. She looks to Conrad as if like he's God's gift to earth and she's lucky that he even looks at her. In certain situations, like again with the flashback we had in the last episode where she gets all upset, like, I would have wanted the giraffe, because she thinks that he's flirting with the girl. I don't think that's what was going on there. I think she read too much into it. She got jealous. I think he liked her at that moment, but she got mad and standoffish and walked away. If that was Jeremiah, I feel like it would have been a completely different situation. I feel like she's way more emotional with Jeremiah, which is why it's so interesting that she's so completely inept to how he's feeling and how hurt he would have been, especially after we have this moment with them going to Conrad's college, when they pull over and they're changing the flat and he's crying and she's like, I should have been there for you, I didn't know. I guess she thought like that moment fixed everything. Like they're at the pie stand in the next scene and they're like, oh, like the ESP is back, like great, we're friends again, like none of this ever happened. I feel like she feels so shitty about what happened that she just wants to forget everything happened, move on with our lives, like nobody's hurt, no feelings are hurt, let's pretend it's in the past. And Jeremiah can't do that, and we definitely got an inside look as to how hard that has been for him, why it's so hard. Again, a lot of you in the comments saying, oh, how did Jeremiah even think he had a chance when like he and everybody in the house has always known it's been Conrad and Belly. No, it hasn't. Now we get an answer to that. We see he hasn't known that. He never knew that. He even acknowledges how silly he is for not realizing that it was always Conrad and Belly, but he really didn't believe that it was. And have you ever had a crush on somebody or been in love with somebody just so intensely that the rest of the world is just blocked out? You know, it doesn't matter who they like or who likes them. It's about you and this passion that you have for the person, and that's it. Like love always wins kind of thing. That's how Jeremiah felt. And so it breaks my heart when he says, I had my mom who always saw me, and I had Belly who was the same. And now we know that he lost Susanna. We know that he doesn't feel comfortable around Belly anymore. It's so heartbreaking. But I love the conversation with him and Susanna. I think that was really important to see. But yeah, moving on. We have Conrad stirring up a plot to get a lawyer involved to try to access their trust funds. This would have been a good idea if Angelia didn't already sell the house. She said that she accepted the offer, or they just have to go to Boston, and then it's good to go. So at this point, I don't know how they're going to prevent this from happening. The only thing that I could think of is whoever bought... I still feel like there's like something in my back pocket. There's something in Susanna's back pocket that is going to fix this or change things. Like the buyer is going to end up being somebody that she knew, or, you know, a friend of hers, or maybe like, I wouldn't see it being, I was like, maybe the father secretly bought it. No, he's an I don't see him doing that. Something. There's gotta be some kind of trick up her sleeve that is going to save this house. It just seems like it's too weird of like she literally says, like, why didn't your mom say, like, your mom should have warned you about this, you know, she knew that this was gonna happen because it was left to me. So I just feel like there's gotta be something that's gonna save this. We had a lot of cute Steven and Taylor moments. I think it was really adorable how they're dancing and they just kind of got lost in this dance away from everybody and everything, and just like we're in that moment until Conrad and Jeremiah ruined it. But I thought that was really sweet. I also think it's cute when he was like, Milo's not your perfect man. I think deep down she knows that. But I think it's also interesting that we have her talking to Belly about how Steven hurt her last year. Steven really, really hurt her. And fair enough. I didn't realize how hurt by that Taylor was because she's a bad bitch. And she's so strong and she always stands so confidently and acts like that nothing hurts her. But those are the people that you especially have to watch out for. So I think it would be interesting to have a conversation between Steven and Taylor about that. We had some interesting moments between Sky and Cam Cameron. We had, you know, these inside jokes of like, oh, I get the reference, and smiling at each other, and you know, Sky saying I have layers, and him being like, you know, like, and then at the end when they were walking off of the golf course, they were walking next to each other. I just feel like it was a little more I feel like a spark, like a chemistry there, not just friends. I also like that we have Cameron in this episode and in the last episode. I feel like Cameron is bringing a lot to the story that I didn't think he would, or we needed. You know, he's the one who tied in like everything for what just happened. They would have had nowhere to sleep if it wasn't for Cameron. So good job, Cameron. Awesome. I like it. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say and I can't think of it. Nah, I don't know. I could dissect this show for hours upon hours upon hours and talk about so many different things that happen, but oh my gosh, it was such a good episode. I really wish that these were dropping in twos, because I feel like that went so fast and I'm craving the next episode, but oh, we'll have to wait until next week. I can't wait to talk to you about all this in the comments. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let's start a conversation. We got to do something to make us, you know, last till next week, hold us over. And until the next reaction, so long everyone. Try to make someone smile today. You never know when they might need it next. Bye.